welcome back. This is Dreamfeather here for another psychic reading for you. I want to do a love reading as usual, and I want to know what unexpected surprises are coming in your love life. I recently dreamt of a tarot deck, and the imagery on the cards were of people I knew in real life, but the closest deck that looked like the one in my dream was this one that I've never used before, actually. Was gifted to me by a dear friend, Amethyst, and I thought I'd use this today. So let me just drop in, calling upon the highest source of light to guide this reading. And I intend that I be a clear channel for healing, accurate messages for the highest evolution of your soul and for the highest and best good of all involved. And it is done. So this is a timeless reading for my little collective here on this little corner of the cyberwebs, and rest assured, if you are drawn to this reading, there is a message here for you. Take into account that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates. Leave the rest, and if this does resonate with you, please like, share, and subscribe. It does help me pick up more on your energy when you engage with the video, and it helps me continue to do with what I do here. So my dears, let's see what surprises, what magical surprises are coming for you in love. So as I'm filming this, it is timeless, but I just want to say that currently we're coming into eclipse season. So next week we have the spring equinox, and then shortly after we have a lunar eclipse. And then a couple weeks after that, a big solar eclipse on April 8th. So we are commencing upon Aries season here. I already feel a lot of freshness of like new initiatives, new ventures, new fresh energy wrapping up and leaving behind the old in the Pisces season that we're in now. And so I just feel so much auspiciousness in the air. It's been really windy lately as well, and I see that as the winds have changed. And it's also been randomly storming with snow and rain, and that's a good sign of fertility and new beginnings. So let's see what Spirit has for you, my dears. I've missed you all. I'm grateful to be here to be your psychic channel. So what does the collective need to know as far as surprises coming in love? What is unexpected that the collective is not seeing in love? What unexpected surprises are here in love? Positive, happy, unexpected surprises for the collective. You show us clearly, Great Spirit. Show us the cards that we're asking about in love: unexpected, lucky, serendipitous, surprises, synchronicity, etc. Okay, let's see. I don't feel called to read reversals today, so I won't. Okay, let's see here. So, definitely something you don't see coming. I see you in both of the Four of Cups and Two of Wands, kind of like doing your own thing, listening to your intuition. I almost see you like taking yourself out on dates and really making the best of your solitude and time alone at this time. I see that there could be some feelings of loneliness as well. And you're walking away from something. I feel like you're walking away from this loneliness or discontent you may feel with this Four of Cups, and focusing less on the lack and more tuning into your high soul self, tuning into that future image of you that you're calling forth. I'm hearing the phrase drawing down the moon, and I think there's actually a card in here of someone, I think it's the moon card, someone doing magic with the moon, and it talks about drawing down the moon. There's this like a rock song as well. I think it's called Drawing Down the Moon. There could be a message in there for you. It's a little bit of a darker song and band, but anyways, that came through. It's basically just about doing rituals with the moon and tuning into the magic that you are. Let's see here. There's a need here to not look with your eyes, but look with your inner vision. Because in both these cards, her eyes are downcast. In this one, a hooded figure is literally closing her eyes to where she can't see. And she almost has to tune into this energy of the owl. The owl that sees through the dark and sees beyond illusion, sees beyond any limitations in the fact that you are limitless, you are infinite, you are that star energy. And the star comes after a time of upheaval. It comes after a time of honestly really just needing to let go. Let go completely of your manifestations so that your open, receptive energy can usher in all that you've been invoking. And I see that, there are energies that want to commune with you astrally. This could be your future self, your interdimensional self, to give you guidance and clarity. And the more that you draw upon that energy and align with that energy as you already are that, then you'll be able to see this new opportunity in love. I see there's an opportunity that almost maybe you've put on a pedestal that you feel like maybe is a little bit far outside your reach, but it's just right here, and all she has to do is look up and receive it. So what the message I'm getting here is also to learn how to receive and to simply walk away from the cups which have taught you all the lessons that you need to know. Now on the bottom of the deck we have the High Priestess. That is so empowering, the High Priestess with the star. I see you're in a glow up energy at this time. You're communing with your spirit and with the spirit of the goddess here. And you could be also like part of a group. You could be a leader in some way, a mystical teacher. You could be teaching like spiritual arts like yoga or meditation, or you could be also part of like a magical circle, or maybe like, in some sort of divinatory role where you are the oracle with the High Priestess. And this is an interesting High Priestess card because usually it shows a woman just in isolation, but she's here almost like being a leader for others. And tuning into the energies of the hidden mysteries and her own intuitive psychic wisdom through things like dreams and through those visions that she gets or intuitive insights that she gets in her meditations. And let's see, let me pull an oracle card here for you as well. What else does the collective need to know? Happy, serendipitous surprises, magical surprises in love that are here for the collective now. Please show us clearly, Great Spirit. What else needs to be known at this time? Whenever the collective watches this reading. Thank you. Okay, we have Eagle Spirit. Wow. This is a very auspicious energy, the eagle, because the eagle is said to high and is said to soar the highest to the Great Spirit. It is a bird that is revered in many cultures, especially Native American cultures. This is the part of the culture that I was raised in Southwest United States, and the eagle is about seeing things clearly. This is like the king of the birds, and this is about getting your mind right. This is about having that clear vision attuned to the direction of the east, the direction of new beginnings, of sowing the seeds. It is the time of springtime when the winds blow and the seeds go and plant and become fertile in the ground so that they may sprout and bloom within the summertime. And so it's the number 23, which equals a 5. This is the number of the alchemist. And so it's saying to alchemize any energy into its highest octave. It says Spirit has your back. So attuning with the Great Spirit. Let the Great Spirit guide you. And I'm seeing the miracle and blessing coming in love is that you're in this element of trust right now. Even though you can't see what's coming next, you know what hasn't worked and you're willing to walk away from that to usher in this like energy that is filled with so much possibility, so much creativity, so much star power that you are. You're kind of tuning into the energy of the cosmos to draw upon that astral self of you and becoming more attuned to your soul essence, to where the outer appearances don't faze you as much because you're staying true to that inner conviction of the dreams that you are sprouting to life. And I see they're here for you, and that Spirit supports this new, fresh energy. Let's see what else for the collective. Happy, serendipitous, magical surprises in love. What else needs to be known? Please show us clearly, Great Spirit. If you're new here, welcome. I do offer private personal readings. All the info is down below. There is a link to my webpage and a link within that says book a one-on-one reading. I offer psychic, tarot, and divination readings, and I also do subconscious work with hypnotherapy as well as shamanic energy healing. So if you'd like some support in any of those realms, I would be happy to work with you. So let's see what else for the collective, please, in love. What's coming that I can't see? What is coming? The star is also about hopes, dreams, wishes coming true. You could also be visited by your astral guides in your dreams or meditations. It says, have faith. Trust your faith in this situation, and that's very similar to the Eagle card of Spirit has your back. You have to trust that the Divine wants what you want. The Divine wants what you want for you, because our desires are like, it's almost like a message from Spirit. We're pulled and magnetized towards what we want because it is a given for us. And as we release the resistance to that and dwell in that utter acceptance of the way things are, trusting that what we want will come for us some way, somehow, we don't have to worry about the how. We simply have to have that unwavering conviction that it is already done, and it is so. So it's saying, have faith. Trust your faith in this situation. She's flying through the ethers as a butterfly with butterflies in her hands like balloons. And she has that bird's eye perspective as well of the eagle. You see her flying over the landscapes there? So this is saying, see the broader perspective. Tune into the energies around you, which are expansive, vast, and filled with so much limitless, infinite potential. This is a number 3. This is like a building card as well. And then we have simple acts of kindness. Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. Number 5 again, which is the card of change. It's a card of adaptation, of transformation. And I'm seeing a nature spirit depicted here. So there could be someone who wants to show you kindness here. Could also be the need for you to simply give like unconditional love and kindness to those around you, especially those that you already have like healthy relationships with and that you love. Putting more of your energy into the relationships that are already loving around you is going to grow more of that love for you. And I'm seeing 2 nature spirits here, very attuned to the natural world and almost like some introverted energy too I'm seeing with this card. So this could be a love interest of yours, or this could be energy that you are embodying. And then it says at the bottom, listen with your heart. You are listening, but you need to hear with a loving heart. So Spirit is bringing you this miracle of being more highly attuned to your psychic receptors, especially I'm hearing clairaudience, which is psychic hearing. And for that psychic hearing, and really for any psychic, like psychic receptor to be activated, often by attuning to the heart, is going to heighten that energy, because it is with the portal of the heart that we see most clearly. It's reminding me of this quote from this book called The Sacred Path of the Warrior by Trungpa. It's like a life-changing book. It's so good. So if you're a reader, I highly recommend reading that book. And it talks about this quote in there from a movie. I think it's about a fox or something. And there is a couple foxes on this card as well. But it says something like, it is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eyes. And that goes along so well with this card. You're not seeing with your eyes, but you're seeing with your heart. You're seeing with your intuitive knowing here. You could also have some crystals that are special to you. This is reminding me of the Rainbow Ammonite Spiral, one of my favorite crystals. I have one here actually. I love this crystal. This is like my life path crystal. And you can use this to divine with. Bring it to your ear like a telephone and see what the crystal has to say to you. Ask it messages or ask it for guidance. It will give you messages. Maybe sleep with your crystals beneath your pillows. And simply ask your heart for guidance and you will receive clear answers, I'm hearing. Let's see what else is here for you, my dears. I want to grab another deck. Let's see. Whoa, that wanted to pop out. We have Divine Union, prepare for a major event. Wow. The collective I'm reading for seems to be very evolved. Seems to be a collective that has been doing a lot of inner self-work. I think that you've been reprogramming how you relate to yourself, your inner self-talk. You're almost just like surrendered here to like how things are and just almost living your best life right here, right now, and not needing anything to change. And it's this relaxed energy which does make you that perfect match for a divine counterpart. Because the not needing is essential. In that space, you tell the universe, I have fulfillment, I have love because I am that. And when you know that for yourself, and it's like you've received that divine lesson that you already are whole and complete, and thus you will attract a partner who also has healed and who also feels they are whole and complete. And that's when you entwine with another in a very sacred way. This says sacred lineage, divine union. And you see their hair is making that helix energy of DNA there. And it's like a very serene and tranquil energy that they're both embodying. And it's like beyond lust. It's beyond... I feel like there is passion there, but it's almost more of this spiritual connection. It's more of this like the person that is coming into your life, nothing could stop this from happening. And so you just surrendering to what will be is going to allow it to flourish very effortlessly. And it will just almost be the sacred knowing and the sacred remembrance of this soul that you've known for many lifetimes. And I'm seeing someone with blue eyes and someone with brown eyes. There's also a spaceship in the background, so you could both be connected with the star relations and with like cosmic allies. Maybe you both had a past life as well, somewhere on a different planet. And I almost feel with this sacred lineage, like you've been family before, you've been beloveds before, and now it's the sacred reunion in this lifetime, and you could possibly continue that lineage on together with new little star beam babies. Wow. So this is like pretty unexpected miracle coming. And the more that you live in that kindness, like just being that kind and compassionate energy that you are to all people, to all living beings, to the animals, to the trees, to every person that crosses your path, and seeing everyone as the divine in drag. Like sometimes, you know, we can forget that everything is God, and it's not just like the people that we're attracted to like act kindly towards, to like receive something, or to like get something, because there's nothing to get. It's almost just like being who you really are, rooted in loving kindness, makes you that perfect match, because you're being your true authentic self. And a true divine partnership will be two people who are living their true authentic self, beyond any codependency, beyond any feelings of lack, or like feelings of unrequitedness. It's almost like it really doesn't matter how anyone behaves towards us. Everything matters about how we behave towards another. Because how we behave towards another and how we view others is going to directly create how they behave towards us. So really taking responsibility and accountability for how you're showing up and how others are giving you that constant feedback loop and that inner compass of what I am state am I operating from. Whatever we say I am to makes that so, being the masters of our dream. So I am divine union. I am sacred love blossoming more and more within me each day. This is number 44, which equals an 8. This is about infinity, and 4s are a very stable building number. It's making me think twin flame for sure with the double 4s, because the 4 of Wands is a twin flame card. And it's 2, in order to have this union outside of yourself, it's this merging, it's this sacred union, because I see you solo in all these other cards. Sacred merging with your true nature, with your divine nature, with truly marrying and coming into sacred union within self. And having that faith, listening with your heart, being kind, being, that intuitive light beam that you are for the world. I'm seeing too, the more that you commit to your spiritual craft, and your life path, whatever it is you do for work, doing that in a spiritual way, giving that and offering that as a prayer to the divine, will allow this union to fruit. Because it's going to come, I'm seeing, when you're not looking for it. You're going to be off doing your own thing, and all of a sudden it's going to be right in front of you. And so again, just doing you and making the best and the most out of what you have right now. Truly, like maybe starting a daily gratitude journal, or doing some like vision boards could be really helpful, especially as we're coming into this new astrological zodiac year. There could be some, almost hearing the word demons in your closet, that could be almost like straying your inner vision and making you feel blocked or stagnant. But to just realize that those are just illusions of the mind, and that when you shine your light of awareness on them, they will dissolve and dissipate. So again, it comes back to this eagle card of getting the mind right and simply attuning only with the highest of high energies. Through the power of your intention, through the power of your word, those are our spells. You make it so. So just only allow the most benevolent energies to, interact in your fields. This is a very powerful prayer as well I've done in my own life. It's like, I now banish or dispel any energies which are siphoning my energy, which are negative or toxic. And you'd be so surprised, like, all the people, places, and things that fall away. You'll intuitively know as well what you need to give up. It could be substances, it could be food addictions, it could be people who just don't have any reciprocity with you. It could be just energies that you've outgrown. It could be houses, it could be jobs. So just trust with this Eight of Cups energy what Spirit is urging you to leave behind. 100% every time I've ever walked away from something, maybe it felt almost like a loss where it was seemingly taken from me, or where I felt like I had no choice but to step away. And there is that hazy period possibly of not knowing what's next, but always, always, always Spirit gives us something that is like either like on the same wavelength or better. And often it's like miles and leaps and bounds better, beyond my wildest dreams than I could have ever conceived when I was at that current energy. So trust when Spirit leads you to a new doorway. Walk out the doors that Spirit is opening for you to exit, okay? I want more information about this divine union, please. What is this divine union? What is this magical, happy surprise and love? Ooh, we have Libra. Interesting. So it's almost like your shadow aspects making peace with themselves for you to be this divine integrated being. And I'm seeing a lot of magenta, pink, as well as blue. I'm almost seeing like there was this blue energy within your heart that you had to alchemize through meeting your own shadow and balancing those scales of your mind, of the mental and emotional, so that now you can come into union with the divine in that like heart energy of the pink. And wow, there's a lot of illumination here. You could be a Libra. The person who's coming in could be a Libra as well. Number 7. So it's this integration period. Integration, and Libra is the card of justice. So making peace and finding justice within yourself about what needs to be acknowledged, what needs to be reconciled. So beautiful. And then unexpectedness as well with Uranus here. Uranus is swift and sudden movement. It rules one of the ruling planets of Aquarius. Aquarius is known as the water bearer, but it's actually an air sign. And it is ruled by electricity. It's like that electric energy. So it's almost like you'll feel electrified when you're around this person. That could be a clue as to who this is. It could also be someone who is an Aquarius. This is number 20. And Uranus is like a very unexpected and swift movement. It's a card of revelation. It's a card of like gnosis, and especially the psychic center of Claire. Oh, it's not Claire. It's the intuitive knowing center. Clairsentience? I feel like clairsentience is the psychic feeling. Claircognizance is this one, where it's just like you know what you know and you don't know how you know it. It's one of the actually swiftest moving psychic receptors, where it's just like at lightning speed and you could get these intuitive hits and it's just like a sudden flash. And the Spirit is saying to really take note of when this happens, because it's here one instant and almost gone in the next. So just trust those intuitive hunches. This is at the crown chakra. What else about this person? Ooh, and then we have Pluto. Interesting Scorpio energy. So your person could be quite deep. Someone who's a deep thinker, and we have Jupiter here too. Interesting. These are both making me think of Scorpio as well as Sagittarius. Ooh, Archer energy. I love Sagittarius. Interesting. Pluto. So this is God of the underworld. This is someone who's made peace with their darkness. This could also be someone who comes across as quite cold at first or a little bit closed off. You see how their arms are closed there? They could just need a little bit of time to trust people because they have possibly been through a lot and like really been burnt in the past. This is number 22. We have 222 here. as well as number 7. And yeah, Pluto is someone who's a deep diver, a deep thinker, someone who like lives in those watery realms of like pure animalistic emotion, and yeah, really interesting. Okay, let's see what else wants to come through. I want to use, I almost want to do some clarifiers with another deck for these other cards first. We'll do a few clarifiers, my dears, and then we shall see what else Spirit wants to say, and then I'll pull a few more oracle cards. So, where is that deck that I want to use? Here we go. Okay. So, can you please clarify, Great Spirit, the star energy for what surprises are coming in love? We have the Moon and the 7 of Wands. It's almost like you're blinded, or you can't really see how magical other people see you as. And I think that you're stepping into this embodiment of like really knowing for yourself how valuable your presence is to others, because I feel like you could have a little bit of a wall when it comes to relating to people interpersonally. And this like guardedness that makes you come across a little bit like detached or aloof is just like a safety mechanism that you learned in childhood. And to just trust that it's okay to let your guard down when you use that discernment. And the more that you really embody your soul self, you'll start to see that actually nothing outside of you can threaten you, because everything outside of you is just spirit in another form. And so what is there to be scared of? All of our fears are really just illusions. So when we can see everything outside of us as nothing working against us, everything is working for us, because it's all just being created by the I am that we assign meaning to. The more that you see yourself as the star of your reality, as the creator of your dream, there's almost nothing outside of yourself to defend yourself from, because you see everything outside of yourself as just another you, as just God dreaming God. And thus it's a lot easier to just allow whatever, deep psychic, like animalistic, subconscious energies that want to flow through and be witnessed by you. It feels a lot safer for you to do that and just allow what wants to come up to be reconciled back to spirit, because this like little beast here is howling at the moon. The moon is also things that we can't see. It's what's hidden. So the star energy is almost like something that you're stepping into right now, I'm seeing. And what is this 4 of Cups, please? We have the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Swords. So it's almost like you're freeing yourself from this burden of feeling both overwhelmed and dissatisfied. You're realizing you don't have to carry this dense energy of feeling like incomplete on your own, or like you'll never have what you want, and just all of those, thoughts in your mind or your emotional body that are contrary to what you're calling in. It's really just allowing yourself to be freed from these ribbons upon your arms and take that blindfold off of yourself and just see that everything is already here for you. She's kind of so preoccupied with what's going on here in her downcast gaze that she could be tuning into the miracle of the winds, of the grasses, of the trees, of the nature spirits, of all the allies, the spiritual allies that are here for her. And it's kind of like learning how to trust life again, and learning how to let in the divine essence that is animating all forms, to where your cup is always flowing over. You're always constantly renewed by the renewing of your mind, and allowing yourself to truly drink from that cup of love that you so desire, and be your own lover, I'm hearing. Now what is this Two of Swords, this energy where you are again blinded? We have the Ace of Wands. So there is a passionate new beginning here that you're not seeing. And it is like everything you've ever dreamt of. With the Nine of Pentacles here as well, you could be very self-reliant. You could not really want to ask for help for anyone, and it could possibly be to your detriment. So Spirit is just saying, let others help you. And this Ace of Wands as well is like all the potential of the energy of fire. So this could literally go any way as you spark that passion within yourself. And Spirit is saying to just surrender to not knowing with this Hanged Man. Surrender to not knowing. Surrender to your current circumstances and trust that they will shift with that very relaxed, serene, and tranquil energy. Now this Eight of Cups, please. What needs to be walked away from for this beautiful union to unfold? Ooh, we have the High Priestess again. Eight of Cups. This is about trusting. Trusting divine timing. Trusting right timing. Trusting in yourself. Again, we're getting that message. And using the cycles of the moon and the cycles of nature to really like add extra fuel to your fire. This is also about doing like a spring cleaning, I'm hearing. Doing a spring cleaning with your body, with your house, with your space and dwelling, with throwing things out that can be thrown out. You know, clean yourself inside and outside, purify your thoughts. Maybe you want to do some mantras, which is like yogic chanting. Maybe you want to sing more or do some sort of craft that is going to stoke the spiritual energies within you. And this is also about spending time in solitude, often before a divine like rekindling or a divine meeting of souls. There is this period of retreat. There is this period of going into solitude and truly being just so fulfilled on your own. And that's how you know you've healed, where others' behaviors don't faze you the same way it maybe would have in the past. You're not making up stories about anyone's behavior meaning anything about you. This is about like coming to a really solid sense of yourself and your self-concept, going back to those I am statements and just truly embodying the energy of who you are. What is that? That is pure authenticity. That is love. That is bliss. That is peace. That is joy, happiness, divine fulfillment. That is divine union that you are now. You are that because you are spirit, and spirit is androgynous. Spirit is masculine and feminine entwined to create you as a living being. And it's almost like trusting in the cycles and the seasons of nature. Just as an animal is just totally surrendered to what comes day by day. They're not preoccupied with the past or the future. They're so like, they're just so there, lived by the breath of spirit, that they're just like ecstatic by their own nature in the flow of all of life. So this is coming back to the harmony with the river of life, with your place within the spiral journey of your life and the labyrinth in which you are walking. Now there's a King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It looks like a fire sign is going through some sort of death and rebirth. This could be someone who is coming in as far as this divine union. Let's ask about who is this person coming in. We got Uranus, we got Libra, and Pluto so far. Who's this person coming in? Please show us clearly. Who is this coming in? Okay. Let's see here. Wow. So we have Four of Wands. Interesting Four of Wands too, because it again shows someone who's like dreaming her dream vision, and typically it has two people dancing together, uniting in splendor. But this is you creating that for yourself. And then we have the Page of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Three of Wands. So this is someone who wants a stable foundation with you. This is someone who sees you as like their dream, because within her robes we see like a whole castle. This is someone who wants to build a family and a home with you. This is someone who sees you as like such a whimsical goddess. And I think they could also really love how you smell, because she's like smelling this purple rose and there's all these flowers around her. They see you also as someone very sweet. There's all these hearts as well. And then the Three of Wands, this is someone who has like almost like set into the universe this wish and this dream. And they're seeing that you are that wish fulfillment. Is going from the Three of Wands to the Four of Wands. It's a very passionate energy. This is someone who is here on his aquatic steed here, like a water horse, who's like wanting forward movement with you. And this is someone who is offering their hand to you. I see him literally holding his hand out. The Knight of Cups is someone who's very romantic. Someone who could be like very poetic and creative, and they're kind of like rushing in to initiate some movement with you and to possibly let you know how much of an impact you've made on them. With this Page of Swords, there could have been like, I don't want to say immature, but the page is like, you know, the least evolved of the suit of swords. So it's almost like before there could have been little to no communication. Maybe you guys have talked online a little bit or through digital realms. This could also just be someone who has been very highly observant of you before and almost a little bit scared to voice how they feel. But I feel like these emotions are so powerful that they can't really keep it in anymore. And it's interesting because this Knight of Cups is wearing a mask. So this could have been someone who has thus far concealed their feelings for you and is kind of just like learning to have the courage to voice it to you. And I just see you doing you. You're like so high on life and you're just like, I really see that like loving kindness in your eyes here, and I think they really appreciate that about you too, how, you know, whoever you're interacting with, you just like really see through the eyes of love, see through the eyes of spirit, and operate from your heart center. And wow, that's beautiful. And I also see you as like this, I'm getting the word sassy with this Queen of Wands. You could like have a little bit of like spark to you, a little bit of sassiness, and like because you know who you are and you're not settling for anything less. And this Queen of Wands is someone who's very charismatic, very like sensual, could be really in touch with your sensuality as well. You could be very connected as well with the feline energies, because I see a big cat here. This could be one of your spirit allies. And it's interesting because she's seeing like with her solar plexus. So this is a woman who's very well versed in the realms of creation, of fruiting her visions to life, seeing through to the end of, you know, projects and creating, like being very resourceful. So it's also someone who like like knows how to flirt and like almost like flirts with life itself. She's like almost like made life her lover. And this can really help you get out of this energies where maybe in the past you felt a little bit down or a little bit like, you know, there is some sort of energies that have to be walked away from. We'll start to fall in love with life itself. Make life your lover. Make any resistance that you're feeling or sadness your lover. And just call it all back home, my dears, because there's so much like fiery, passionate energy coming in for you. And it's almost like this person coming in, I feel like they've put you on a pedestal and they almost feel like they have to level up in order to meet your energy correctly. And that is 100% what's got to go down if you're embodying this Queen of Wands and this divine feminine energy I'm seeing with the High Priestess. Because what I'm seeing here is that you're someone who's good on your own. you've probably, possibly, you know, gone through a lot of life on your own, and you've learned how to be self-sufficient. You've almost learned how to just keep people at arm's length because you thought that it was safer that way. But Spirit is saying, just open your heart, see through the eyes of love, because there is someone here who maybe also, like, you know, has lived a very similar reality to you. If you guys are divine counterparts, you could be marrying each other. And to just learn to let people in by just being kind and generous and connecting with nature and with the elements here, my dears. So let's pull one more mermaid and fairy card for you. What miracle is coming in to wrap up this reading for the collective? Okay. Ooh, we have stay optimistic. Your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle occurs. Ooh. Oh my gosh. You know what? I pulled this card the other day, actually, for another reading, and I didn't notice, but this mermaid is half in the water, so that represents the unconscious, the subconscious, our intuitive self. Also, like, you know, the water represents all of creation, that you have access to that. And then the other half of her body is there on the rocks on the land, so that's bridging spirit into matter. But I never noticed this guy here at the distance is like this traveler. He's holding something. It almost looks like a rose. And they're both looking at each other in the distance. And there's that castle that was here on the Four of Wands, which is all about stability. That is a twin flame card. And then there's a dolphin jumping up in the waters in the distance, as well as some bird companions. How sweet. And then there's a bird by her on a nearby rock, which represents messages coming in. So your person, or whoever this divine counterpart is, they could feel far away from you, but they have their gaze upon you, and you also have it upon them. And I feel like energetically you both can feel that. Now, you could be dreaming about each other. You could be almost like creating this person from the fabric of your mind. So I really recommend, you know, writing down all of those qualities that you're calling in a counterpart, if that's what you know, want in your life. And really just dreaming big, writing every single quality, every single way you want to feel, every single thing that this person embodies. And then kind of compare that list to how you're showing up and how you're embodying that energy. Because the outer is a mirror reflection of the inner. So it's all about what we're embodying now, that whoever shows up in our field is going to be a match to all that we're doing inside. And it's so sweet too, because this path leads right to them. It's almost like no matter what path you take, you're going to be with your star-crossed lover, because that red string of fate is connecting you to. And by being attuned to that golden thread that connects you to the divine, to the cosmos, you will be able to traverse this path. I'm also getting like Little Mermaid energy as well. And this is all about like staying true to our inner voice and not being fazed by like lust or wanting to change ourselves for another person, but just truly embracing who we are and learning to use our voice in a positive way. And then we have helpful person. Someone wants to help you. Think of whom that might be and initiate contact. Maybe there are some girlfriends or friends, people in your life that you trust that could help you just kind of like continue to have fun in your life and celebrate. And this is making me think of Three of Cups. Also, you could maybe want to get guidance spiritually from an elder or from a trusted source. And this can, oh my gosh, and look, right underneath this card, again, soulmate relationship. New romance with the spiritual basis is here for you now. And notice the verbiage of this card. It's not saying spiritual union is coming. It's not saying spiritual union is just around the corner. It's saying now. So this is important in selecting our desired reality, is saying it is done, it is already so, and live from that end. Live as if you already have this in your life, and you'll see how fast it ushers in. But it really takes that conviction in each and every moment to remember that everything you have is already here for you. Sometimes the things we want can seem far away, but that's just an illusion. And it's the divine timing is just all about what we declare is true right now. And yes, there are certain other factors that maybe need to work itself out, that we don't really have control over. But you have control over how you feel in each and every moment. And how is that? It's through letting what you truly do feel authentically to flow through you. The times we do maybe not feel the best, allowing that to be, and that pure acceptance will alchemize that into its highest octave, and you'll return to that natural set point. The true reality is truth, consciousness, bliss. They call this in yoga or the Vedic scriptures Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda, truth, consciousness, bliss. That is who I am. We are bliss. We are spirit being breathed by the breath of the universe. So, my dears, I see so much beauty on the horizon for you, and I intend that you receive value out of this reading and positive messages to assist you on your path. And I do offer, again, private personal readings as well as hypnotherapy and shamanic energy healing if you would like assistance in further selecting your reality. My dears, I would love to work with you one-on-one. And with that, my dear ones, thank you so much for being here. I would appreciate if you would like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you on the flip side. Sending lots of heart light to you, my loves.